Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 3 of my mod spotlight for Equivalent Exchange version 5.x. Today I'm going to go into the Alchemical Power items that you can get using dark matter and some of the Equivalent Exchange items that Xeno has added to this mod. These items are all very powerful and very cool and have all kinds of neat effects. You're definitely going to want to check them out. And of course keep in mind that they require dark matter for the most part and they're very expensive to make. So why don't I get started on some of the really cool toys you can build in Equivalent Exchange. So the first item I want to show you here, if you take some Mobius fuel, glowstone dust, sandstone, and TNT, you'll get a Nova Catalyst. Now it's sandstone, not sand. Nova Catalyst. Very cool item. We can head into a cave over here just to show you how this guy works. Why don't I stick my Nova Catalyst right there and give it a whack. You can see, not only did it explode and cause a big explosion radius, but it dropped all the items that it found right on top of my character. So it instantly teleported all the items that it mined with the explosion right on my guy right there. So there's no items sitting over here on the ground. Also, the Nova Catalyst does not destroy any items. So like regular TNT has a random chance to actually destroy the items that it mines, the Nova Catalyst will not. So that's the Nova Catalyst, and a fun way to mine if you really want to have a good time with it. It would be neat to set up a good redstone wire connection to a bunch of those, wouldn't it? Maybe. The next item you can make here, you take a piece of flint and steel, 4 of those Nova Catalysts, and 4 Mobius fuel. I think I got this pattern wrong. There we go. Gives you the Destruction Catalyst. This is an awesome tool for mining with. Simply put, walk up to a wall and right click, and it automatically mines a 3x3 area. Of course it does use glowstone to do this, or redstone or other types of fuel. You can also charge it up certain levels and right click, and it'll mine much deeper. So let's try, for example, mining straight down. Something you probably never want to do, but this will give you a good idea of how far this thing actually mines. The fully charged level goes 16 blocks deep, and you can see I'm using a good amount of glowstone here just to get this going, and glowstone is one of the higher tiers of energy. Yep, a pretty deep hole. It's a great way to mine. It's also a great way to clear out an area. Also, if while you're holding it you press R, it'll pretty much clear out an area as if the block that you clicked R on were there. So let's say I only wanted to clear out this top line of 3 blocks. I would highlight the block under it and hit R, and it would just mine those guys. Pretty cool. So for example, if I were to right click here with R, it only grabbed that top line. So that's how the R function works with the Nova Catalyst. And just like the Nova Catalyst, the Destruction Catalyst drops all the items that it picks up right at your feet. So no massive amounts of lag and no problems. It just automatically collects all the goodies for you. A very nice tool. The next nifty toy is this pattern right here, is the Hyperkinetic lens. This guy, basically, you press R and it'll shoot an explosive projectile. So let's give it a shot. Please note that this guy uses glowstone dust for its effects, which is why it wasn't working just a moment ago. I didn't have any dust in my inventory here. So let's give this guy a try. With the default level of charge, a neat little explosion. Amp up the charge, and it's a bit of a larger explosion, as you can see. Lots of fun. Oh, out of glowstone, so it's not working anymore. So keep some glowstone on you and enjoy that toy. And if we combine these two items, a Hyperkinetic lens with a Destruction Catalyst and some dark matter, we get a Catalytic lens, another very cool toy. Let's get ourselves some more glowstone dust here. First off, left-clicking with this guy does the same thing as the catalytic, the hyperkinetic lens, and of course we can charge him up for an even bigger explosion. Lots of fun. Wahahaha. And of course, just like the destruction catalyst gave us, we can head into a cave and mine with him. So, just like the default, left click, or right click, I'm sorry, to mine 1, but it mines much deeper now. At the full charge, instead of going 16 deep, it goes 64 panels deep. It also uses a little less energy. It's more efficient, basically, so it uses less fuel for each block that it breaks. So we can see that this guy went very, 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 very far. That was one shot with this guy, the catalytic lens. And just like with the destruction catalyst, it's going to go ahead and drop all the items at your feet that it gives you. And basically, if you're somewhere below Y64, you can one-shot to the bottom of the world. Yeah, that goes all the way down to the bottom of the world. Better seal that up before I fall in it, huh? So that is the catalytic lens. It's more efficient than the destruction catalyst in terms of fuel usage, and it combines the abilities of the destruction catalyst and the hyperkinetic lens. Next up, the Evertide amulet. This guy is cool. I'm not going to worry about those buckets. First off, you can right click on the ground to create some water. So if I were to just maybe dig a hole and right click, it creates a block of water right there for us. And you can just right click all along and it'll create source blocks of water. Very, very cool. You can also charge this guy up and press C to freeze any nearby water into ice, which is pretty awesome. Also, while charged, if you right click, it'll create a long line in front of you. So you can see it did that. I think also if you have like a square area and charge it up, it'll plant more source blocks in a square area around you. So you're basically going to want to play around with that with the charge level. But the best part of the charge level, also, while you have this guy on your hotbar, you're able to walk on water. So simply place the Evertide amulet on your hotbar, and you're able to walk on water. Very cool. Just take it off your hotbar to sink back down. Finally, you can press R to shoot a projectile and it'll spawn water wherever it lands. Be careful, it's a lot of fun. The opposite of the Evertide amulet is the Vulcanite amulet. This guy is all about lava and does a lot of the same functionality. First off, you can right-click to place a source block of lava. However, you need gunpowder to do this. Spiffy. You can also create a row in the sand and charge it up, and it'll create a long line of it. Or similar to the water amulet, the Evertide amulet, you can charge it up and plant a big lake of lava. Pretty spiffy. You can also press R to shoot a projectile of lava, and if that projectile gets anywhere near water, it'll evaporate it, as you just saw. You can also charge this guy up and press C to evaporate all nearby water, instantly removing it. Pretty cool. Finally, one other ability that these two amulets have. If you shoot the Evertide amulet into the sky, it'll start to rain. If you shoot the Vulcanite amulet into the sky, it will stop raining. The next item up is the Black Hole Band, and is one of many rings that are available in this mod. To make a base ring, you simply place 8 iron ingots in a circle and a lava bucket in the middle to get an iron band. That's your base ring. To get a black hole band, you need 2 pieces of dark matter and 6 pieces of string. The black hole band can sit on your hotbar. You press G to activate it. Once active, blocks will be sucked up from far away and straight into your inventory. This doesn't cost anything and is free to use. Also, if you place the black hole band inside an alchemical chest, any items dropped on the ground or nearby the alchemical chest will be sucked in, and they'll land right in there along with the black hole band. The next item up for checking out here, we simply place 4 bows, some feathers, and some dark matter around a ring to get the Archangel smite. This guy's pretty cool. Left click to shoot a bunch of arrows. And as you can see, it uses items in your inventory to turn into arrows, so cobblestone at the moment is being used up. Right click shoots a little bit less. Charge it up with V, and then press R for rapid fire mode. Just make sure you have enough items in your inventory to maintain it. That's a lot of arrows. Oh, by the way, did I mention to you guys by chance that the arrows are homing arrows? What more could you ask for? Next up, we've got the Ring of Ignition. Pretty cool item here. Left click shoots a projectile that sets an area on fire. It doesn't consume anything. Pressing R or right clicking will lay down a long wall of fire, but it has to be charged up. Pretty cool. It also grants immunity to lava and fire while it's on the quick bar, so if I go jumped into some lava, it wouldn't hurt. And if you press G, it consumes some redstone dust and randomly lights on fire all the areas around you. So just as you walk around, you're going to get bursts of fire flipping up and on all over the place. Very, very cool. Next up, we've got Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. Definitely one of my favorite items in the game. There's just so many abilities it has. Let's see if we can get a couple of them shown here. Let's spawn ourselves some, I don't know, sheep. Hooray! First off, right click to shoot a projectile. And if you hit an enemy with it, or an animal, it sends them flying. Pretty darn funny. Even better, if it's raining out, and you happen to have some glowstone in your inventory, and you right click, wherever you shoot, will summon lightning. How cool is that? Definitely very cool. And if you have a normal rainstorm going on, and you shoot the projectile up into the air, it turns a normal rainstorm into a thunderstorm. You can see it just got darker out, and this is a thunderstorm now. So that's just the change in the weather that you can do if it's already raining, or if you make it rain with the Evertide amulet, and just shoot your Swiftwolf's Rending Gale into the air, it'll turn into a thunderstorm. This ring is so cool, it even has 2 more abilities. First off, press C to activate a repelling field around you. It only will repel enemies, not friendly creatures. So if I have a spider here, you can see he can't get anywhere near me because I've got this guy activated. Turning him off with C lets the spider get near me again, and activating with C sends him far away, and he can't get near me. Wahahaha. Finally, you can press G to activate flight mode. All you have to do is double tap the space bar, and flight mode is on. Space will fly, shift will descend, and double tap space again to land. Pretty cool. Or you can press G to turn off flight mode. Keep in mind that all these abilities use redstone. Not a terribly large amount, but definitely a bit. Remember I mentioned the pedestal in the last episode? Go ahead and put a Swiftwolf's Rending Gale in there and activate it. It'll stay on and randomly summon lightning during the daytime. And if any mobs get nearby, it'll zap them. Wahahaha. Let's see that one more time. And right-click again on the pedestal turns off this ability. The next item up is the Harvest Goddess Band. As you can see, it requires saplings, flowers, and roses. And some of you might say, hey, wait a second, roses are a little bit bugged right now in vanilla Minecraft, aren't they? Well, don't worry. Thanks to transmutation, we can transmute a yellow flower into a red flower. So, easy way to get red flowers if you need. Simply having the Harvest Goddess Band on your hotbar here, as you can see, is starting to grow some grass around me. Pretty stinking cool. Reeds and cactus will grow higher and more randomly. Flowers and mushrooms will duplicate randomly. So if I place a flower on the ground and just hang out nearby, it should start duplicating the flowers. Tall grass grows, as you can see nearby. And grass will grow on dirt blocks, and crops will grow faster. So simply having this thing out makes it more effective. If you press G, it turns on harvest mode and will automatically harvest anything nearby that can be harvested. This includes grass, wheat, reeds, cactus, all that cool stuff. Alright, maybe not cactus. It does work on cactus, by the way. It just has to wait for the cactus to get to a height of 5, which the cactus can reach when this guy's in the vicinity. So cactus will grow faster. Some of the other abilities is if you have bone meal in your inventory, and some seeds, for example. Let's set that up. So if we have seeds in our inventory and right-click with this band, it automatically plants them wherever applicable. If we have bone meal and left-click, it uses the bone meal and advances the growth of nearby items. And of course we can use G to harvest anything in the direct vicinity of our character. This item also works on a pedestal. If we lay down a pedestal and place our Harvest Goddess Band in there and activate it with right-click, it will automatically harvest any items nearby, as well as helping to advance the growth of nearby items. So items will grow a little bit quicker, and things will run very smoothly. See how much quicker my wheat is growing here? And of course you can left-click or right-click the pedestal to turn it off. Next up, take a clock and set it up with some dark matter, obsidian, and glowstone as shown, and you'll get the Watch of Flowing Time, a pretty nifty item. First off, just having it on your hotbar makes time move backwards at a rate of 4. Increase it to level 1, and it's moving backwards a little slower. In level 3, it's moving even slower. At level 4, it doesn't have any effect. Time's moving forward at a normal speed. and then level 5, 6, and 7 makes time move forward even faster. This really just affects the sky. So level 4, I think, is your standard rate of speed. If you have the watch on and hit G to activate it, the mobs near you will be slowed down. So you can see these guys are moving slower than normal. I can also, show you guys that when skeletons shoot you with arrows and you have this watch in your hotbar, it kind of protects you because it prevents the arrows from getting close to you. As they get close to the slowed time field, the arrows kind of slow down and fall to the ground. So it protects you from arrows and other projectiles made by enemies. A pretty cool effect and ability of the watch. You can also place a watch in an alchemical chest nearby some of your machines. Let's say we were converting redstone up to more fuel. Place the watch of flowing time in your alchemical chest, and it'll make your machines run a little bit faster. Faster than they would without the watch. Let's take the watch out and see the effect. Definitely moving slower now. Basically, it doubles the speed of your collector, or condenser, or antimatter relays. Pretty much these three machines will all run faster if there's an alchemical chest nearby with this watch of flowing time. It can also be placed on a pedestal for some pretty neat effects. Try it out yourself. Next up, we've got Gem of Eternal Density. This is an extremely useful and powerful item. Basically, what it does is, when activated, compresses any item in your inventory down to pretty much as best as it can, depending on its charge level. So with a default charge, you can see that it compressed my redstone down to coal. Charge it up another level, and it compressed my cobblestone to bricks, and all the bricks went to iron. Another level compresses the iron to gold. And as long as you have it on your hotbar and activated, it'll continue to compress as long as you pick items up. And the final level compresses gold down into diamonds. You can also place this item into an alchemical chest, and any items that go into the alchemical chest will be converted as well. Pretty cool. And the final item to show you is the Talisman of Repair. Why don't I make one for you? A not terribly expensive item. You can see it really only costs about 1 diamond's worth of materials. When you have it in your hotbar, it'll try and use any coalescence dust that you have in your inventory to repair items. I don't have any items with damage right now, but just take my word for it. However, if you place it in an alchemical chest, it'll slowly repair items for free. So if you had some broken tools, why don't I try and break one real quick? So I just went and used this iron pickaxe here. I'm going to throw it in this cobblestone chest, and you can see it got repaired simply by being in there with the Talisman of Repair. It's a slow process, about 1 point per second, but it definitely helps repair your items up until you get to the point where you have some dark matter tools. And that wraps up episode 3. There's 1 or 2 items I didn't cover in great detail. The Klein Star, for example, I didn't cover, but that, like I mentioned in episode 1, is basically a battery and can store the energy from your antimatter relays and can be used to place in your condensers to get more items. So that's basically it. This has been episode 3 of the Equivalent Exchange Guide and tutorial/spotlight. Hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. This is the final episode of the tutorial, at least until Xenos adds some new items and some cool stuff, which apparently he's already working on. As I already mentioned, he's got those armor sets coming up. Looks like a whole bunch of neat stuff coming up. So why don't you guys check that out and look forward to Xeno's next version. And for now, definitely enjoy Equivalent Exchange version 5.x. Take it easy.